Hey, how's it going, guys? Today we're going to conquer the top of the world trail outside of Moab, Utah. And first things first, we're gonna get these tires deflated down to 19 psi to help the capabilities of them and rock crawling and whatnot. And for those of you that are curious, this is a 2012 double cab long bed Tacoma, 35 by 12.5 R17 Kenda Cleaver tires, stock rims, 1.5 inches of back spacing via wheel spacers, extended travel Kings front and rear, heavy duty Dakar leaf pack in the rear, and then I got this big old FLIPPAC on top that we're gonna try and lug up there, and yeah, should be interesting. Gearing is all stock, open diffs front and rear, and that's pretty much it. And right there you saw the sign that actually is pointing us towards the top of the world trail. So when you see that, you're going to take a right. I'll link in the description the Google Maps link I use to navigate up here. You can kind of see it on my phone mount there. And yeah, at this point I went from 2-wheel drive to 4 just to make it a little easier on the truck. You can tell by how much it's rocking back and forth that it's getting bumpy. And yeah, it's also getting beautiful. We get some pretty good elevation here. And yeah, the view only gets better from here. I want to call it a front axle, but I really just mean like the front cross member where the tires are. So no skids past that. So my, transmission, transfer case, oil pan, all that stuff's exposed. Granted, I have decent, ground clearance to get over this stuff, but yeah, no armor yet. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, I just wanted to be cautious. I'm out here alone. Didn't go with anyone. No one in my shotgun to spot me. And like I said, it was probably the hardest trail I've done so far. So I just wanted to be, safe and get up, get down with the truck in one piece. And here, there's a fork in the road. I'm gonna highlight this on the map. I'll actually pop it up now. But there's 2 ways you can go. You can take a left, which is what I did, which I was not able to get up. I didn't even try. And then there's a right, which is the main path. And then that was also equally as tricky. But if you backtrack a little bit, you can actually go around that trickiest section there, and that's what I ended up doing. And then here you can just see us working our way up to the tippy top, going up at like a 20-degree angle, and then sheer drop off. Absolutely gorgeous, 10 out of 10 views, but definitely be careful if you're trying to get close to the edge for a picture like I did. I had to hop out of my truck like 10 times and spot myself and make sure I didn't get too far out there. But I mean, as you can see, the view speaks for itself. This is why you do this trail. It is gorgeous. 3,000 foot drop from right there where I'm standing, and nothing but views. Absolutely stunning. Anyways, just around sunset, I started the return journey. I really wanted to stay up there for like the full sunset, but I didn't want to be driving too much in the dark. All in all, this trail from my hotel to the top and back down took me about 11 hours. I left at like 2, 3 in the afternoon, didn't get back damn near midnight. And my hotel was only 45 minutes away from this trailhead, so yeah, all in all, it was a little more than I wanted, but I'm glad I did it. Like I said, the views were amazing. So I was trying to take this path on the right that looked promising, and as you can tell, I had to back up a little bit and redo this. And my angle, I mean, you can see my truck, it's definitely tilted, but to get over it, you'll see here in a sec, I had to like turn into the lean, which, you know, tilted me even more, which is even more nerve-wracking. But again, I was just trying to, the way I'm doing this and why I'm doing this is again to protect the underside of my truck. And I think I just barely, you know, avoided hitting the rocker panel there on the right side. And yeah, just another great reason to invest in some rock sliders. So I know my truck looks pretty lifted and, you know, got the tires on it and the FLIPPAC, and it's, you know, very modified now, but all my off-roading leading up to this trail, and I mean all of it, was in the stock version of this truck. I put the lift kit on a few months before this trip, and this was the first time I really got to, you know, drive it in this form. And the majority of my off-roading back home is always been with this truck with a normal canopy and just stock shocks, stock ride height, stock tire size, you know, just completely stock. And if you're trying to get into this scene, overlanding, off-roading, rock crawling, whatever you want to call it, I would definitely recommend just taking out what you have. You know, you'd be surprised how capable a lot of cars can be, especially for mild, you know, discovery routes or fire trails, stuff like that. I mean, you don't need all this lift and, you know, all this sidewall on your tires to do some of this stuff. I mean, obviously it helps and it makes it more enjoyable, but you don't, it's not a requirement for most of the off-roading I've done, at least. And just take what you got. It's a good way to get a baseline of what your vehicle's capable of doing, and you know, you can really appreciate all the parts you throw at it once you have a baseline. You know, like I really appreciate having the FLIPPAC, but I appreciate it so much because I slept in the back of my truck bed with just a mattress and a normal canopy for, you know, 2 years. And I really appreciate these 35s and these King shocks, and, you know, that allow me to drive super fast over stuff like this. But I appreciate it so much because I was doing this stuff with the 31s and the, you know, no lift, and, you know, so it's always good just to have a baseline. You know, take out your stock vehicle, and then when you get those parts, you'll just appreciate them that much more. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We're gonna release another trail video here shortly, and stay tuned.